What's up, streets? It's your girl, Bonnie Banks. I'm here with LaTruth, artist. What else do you do, LaTruth? Like, what's your resume?
Actor.
Okay.
Well, you said artist, which is rapping, singing, songwriting. Mm-hmm. I'm an author as well.
Oh, nice.
Comedian, content creator. You know, I've had over 1 billion views on all my content. So.
Wow. Okay, so to say you're a comedian, that means you actually have to do stand-up. Have you done stand-up?
I have not did stand-up yet.
See, I don't know if you could say you're a comedian.
Everybody's telling me to do it, so it is something I'm going to do.
Okay, you got to get with Shouty. He's our comedian here. You got to get with him.
Most definitely.
Yes. All right, LaTruth. So we're here to hear your truth on everything that happened with Briana and you when you guys were married. And the after effects, of course. So where do you want to kick off this story? Because there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start? How did you and Briana actually meet?
We met through a DM on Facebook.
Okay.
At this time, I had 6 million followers. I was creating a web series called Will He Cheat? It did over 90 million views on all platforms. So when she slid in the DM, she actually was hitting me up about promotion. She was modeling or whatever. She had did a music video with a dude in Vegas. So the video that she sent me, it was enticing.
Okay.
You know? So I got a contact. We started speaking over the phone. And one thing led to another, man. Like, I know y'all hear us talking about a trauma bond. I lost my mom when I was 5 years old. She had just lost her mom whenever we met. So, you know, she was crying about that. And, man, I just felt like I needed to save her. So it was like, that's how we started talking. The video that they was actually going to pay me to promote, I didn't even promote that video. I told dude, I was like, hey, you got another video or something?
Okay.
Because it was actually a little shower scene. She had on, like, a bathing suit or something in the shower. Mm-hmm. But, you know, after we just started talking, it was like I was really feeling it. I was like, I don't even want to put that out there.
Okay.
So he gave me a different video, so I started posting that instead. So, and we just went from there. Like, we bonded, we got in a relationship, fell in love quick, got married fast. Mm-hmm. That's the story. That's how the intro was. She didn't have a social media presence or nothing like that at all. She was working like, I think maybe a receptionist or something like at a healthcare place. 3 children, you know. And I raised them just like my own in the 6 years of marriage.
Okay. Wow. So do you have kids?
I had one child when I first met her.
Okay.
My oldest daughter now, she's 15.
Okay. All right. So one of the things that I keep hearing that has been reiterated when your name comes up in this situation is that you are a narcissist. So do you want to address those claims first?
I definitely want to address those. And I want to say, just as an entertainer, they say everybody in this business has narcissistic traits.
They do. I was going to say that.
Got to, you know, the confidence, the don't care about certain things because we're gonna get a lot of scrutiny and things for content that we create.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, she never called me a narcissist the whole marriage until when that incident, like right before the incident with a few arguments or whatever. That's when she started calling me a narcissist. She went on the internet, called me a narcissist, and I'll be honest, I didn't even know what the hell that was.
Okay. Most men don't know what they are.
No clue. So I remember we had an argument that day, and she was like, you a narcissist, this and that. And I seen the post. The post has went viral where it was like, escaping a narcissist. She did a TikTok. And I got a bunch of DMs and comments. People was calling me a narcissist. And I'm like, yo, babe, can you take this down? These people think I'm a narcissist. Like, she didn't take it down. She was like, nah, it's just a video. It's a trending video. So I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. So you're not going to take it down? They think I'm a narcissist. She was like, nah, it's just a trending video that everybody's doing on TikTok. So I ain't paying no mind, so I left that day and I looked up what a narcissist was. I went back home just to let her know she was the narcissist. Like, I can't even hold you. When I listen to everything, I listen to hours of different videos about a narcissist. Now I know what it is.
Okay.
It's definitely not me.
At least you educated yourself.
Yeah.
All right. So we've cleared up the narcissist comments. I know that they say most artists are narcissists, so I was definitely going to come in with that one. Oh, but you cleared it up for us.
I know. I did research.
Okay. So now when I had the conversation with Briana, there was talks about her previous relationship being abusive as well. So uncover what you heard about her previous relationship, because apparently there were also some disconnects in the stories there.
Well, being married to her, the only thing she told me was he pushed her through a wall one time and she was bleeding. And it was something dealing with some pit bulls. And I actually seen this video. It went public after our separation. People started going through her old content. And what I discovered when I saw the video, I was like, wow, we're married right here. You're sitting on my bed with my ring that I bought you on your finger. I didn't see that content. I'm so busy when I'm working.
Yeah.
I didn't monitor what she was going live and talking about on her page. I'm out doing acting gigs and performances and stuff like that. So when I seen the video, it definitely hurt me because I'm like, if I would have saw this video, we would have had to have a talk. You know,
so it was a video, you guys were together and it was your place.
That was
she
my
with
house.
her ex though, or no?
No,
okay.
They had been broken up.
Okay,
like,
gotcha. Okay.
You know, when I first met her youngest daughter was 2 years old when I met her. So, and this guy is married. So when I saw the video recently after the separation, I'm like, if I would have saw that video at that time of the marriage, that was maybe the first year into the marriage.
Okay.
We'd have had a discussion about a divorce. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm the type of person that know if you still speaking of your ex, you still got some type of feelings. It's something is not handled with that. So
okay.
you brought stuff from that relationship into this one. So I started. Now, if I would have seen that then, I would have knew what was up with some of the red flags that I did see. But
how long was the separation between the ex and you? Do you know?
Her youngest 3 years, I'm gonna say, because from what I'm hearing is the last child that she had with him, he was already married. This is what I'm hearing now. Like,
okay.
I didn't know any of this, so you know, once all of this stuff come out, I'm learning so much more after the separation that I didn't know. So I would say at least 2 years. You know, her youngest one was 2, so I would say at least 2 years. They probably never, you know. Once she got with me, I know for sure they wasn't kicking it or nothing like that. He's like 8 hours away. She was always around me, so. But I would say at least 2 years. That relationship was complete.
Cut off. Gotcha. All right. Just need to clear that timeline up real quick. Okay, so you definitely say you saw some red flags. Now, you guys are in this relationship. What was the first incident that came across you and you were like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this?
I was out. It was LeBron James. I'm trying to remember what game it was because I got photographic memory, so it was a playoff game. I went to one of my partner's house to watch the game, and I spoke to her before, like, I'm going to my friend's house to watch the game. When I get done watching the game, I'm coming back home. So at the time, I was living in Woodstock, Georgia. I went to Atlanta, Georgia, where my homie lived at. We watched the game. Then I got a phone call from a club owner wanting to do business with me. So I didn't go straight home after that. So she called me. When she called me, I'm in this club. It's probably 10 people in the club, the owner, maybe the cook, one of my partners right there with me. She FaceTimed me, and she's blanking out on me on the phone. I'm right here with my partner, like, I thought you was coming right the fuck home whenever you leave. I said, listen, I didn't know I was going to have this business call. I'm here chopping it up about the club, about to do business here. So then I hung the phone up. She just kept calling back to back to back. And I went outside and I talked to her, and I said, look, this is embarrassing. I'm in here with my people. Boom, boom, boom. I'll see you when I get home.
Okay.
So I got off the phone. I went home. When I did go home, she was actually in the tub at this time. And she was just mad still about the whole thing, threw some soap on me and stuff in the tub. I'm like, yo, this is like, you doing too much. So on this day, she ended up calling the police. She ran in the bathroom, closed the door, and was on the phone saying I put my hands on her. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? What are you talking about? So I start filming. Cops get there. They see the whole video. They see that I never touched her and none of that. So that's why on all these times that she did that, I never went to jail. I mean, the cop actually asked if I wanted to arrest her. And I'm like, nah, man, she got 3 kids in the house. I'm going to leave and just go get a hotel. So every time that stuff happened, I always went and got a hotel.
Okay. Let me just pause for 1 second. Okay. All right. So is this the incident with the tote, or is this a different?
That's the first incident, which was, I would say, at least maybe 4.5 years ago. This was, man, it might have been the first year. In the first year of marriage, this was the first incident. And on this incident, she was complaining about a chain that she had lost a chain her mom had gave her. And I'm like, it probably fell off when you was over there trying to wrestle me and stuff. So when the cops came, they started looking through stuff. They looked through one of my drawers, and I had some weed. I lived in Woodstock, Georgia. It's a serious crime. It's like a smaller, like a blunt, like it was nothing. But they found that. I ended up having to go to court for that. No domestic stuff, but it was the little bit of weed. And I had to do a year probation behind that, over that lie and the cops coming to the house. I told her I wanted a divorce. You know, she was pleading with me, like I'd never do this again. I loved her. I love my kids, all of that. But then she even talked about having cancer at the time. She said she had some type of cancer where they had to scrape something and she had to go back, check again. So, a lot of people ask me, why did you stay? I stayed because I really cared, and then she brought that up. I never asked for proof of the cancer or nothing like that. But I did see something like that even after the separation. The same story of the cancer thing, she said it again after that. So it's like, then I start analyzing, putting stuff together like, dang, okay, this was all for sympathy so I wouldn't leave and get a divorce. And I know that's why she started recording little arguments and stuff like that too, because I was recording. So when the police came, they seen the proof. So she started recording. So I guess if you get a divorce, if you divorce me, this is what I'm going to do. So I see everything a lot clearer now because I'm out of the situation.
Of course.
I just see how she's moving. So
Hindsight can do that in any relationship for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I saw a lot of her posting your address or trying to post things about, your manhood or whatever.
Yeah.
And I know you mentioned before that she wasn't a big social media person. So do you feel like when she got with you, that was something that she wanted and latched onto? Or why did the social media thing just become a really big movement for her?
I do. I believe that's what it was. Like, it seemed like that's what it was by design to me now. Because coming into it, she was always talking about she wanted to have a kid with me. And she seen how I was with my daughter. Anybody who really followed me, they knew that. They seen that father-daughter bond. I'm singing to her. I'm rapping to her. I'm showing her how to cook. I had a lot of followers from that. So that was one of the things she said, I admire your relationship with your daughter. You seem like a great dad, and I want to have a kid with you. But I always told her, because she came in with 3 kids, 2 boys. I'm like, these my sons. That's my daughter now. Like, that's my kids. I don't want any more kids. That's enough. I'm older. I got her by 10 years, so... she still was like, I want a kid. We'll revisit this conversation in 3 years and see how that go. And we revisited the conversation, and I still said no. Like, I don't want any more kids. And I actually said I was going to get a vasectomy, which is something I shouldn't have never said. If I was going to do it, I should have just did it.
Right.
But she was taking birth control, but then the next thing I know, she was pregnant. And I was just like, well, why you didn't continue taking birth control? I thought you were still on it. And she said, I stopped. I couldn't believe she actually told me I stopped taking birth control and started taking something that could actually get me pregnant. The fact that you told me that was kind of, I was like, you should have just kept that to yourself.
Well, that's something that you discuss in the marriage. No.
You should discuss it beforehand. Like, I'm
before and yes, if you do it.
Yeah.
Both of them. Okay. All right. So I want to get to the tote incident because that seems to be something that was a big argument, debate on what really happened.
Right.
So tell me how the initial argument started and then the aftermath.
We had just moved into a new house. Still was unpacking everything. She had took the kids to school, and I had a moment. Like, I had just went through cancer and all of that, lost a lot of weight, and I just felt like she wasn't being as affectionate as she used to be. So I brought that up. I was just like, look, it just seems like since I went through this cancer, lost weight, seems like you're not attracted to me or something no more. And I'm trying, like, I want to do something.
Of course.
So she was like, I don't feel like it right now. I just took the kids to school. And I'm like, I mean, what you mean? You just took them to school? That's it. Like, what's up? Let's do this, then we can go ahead and finish unpacking. She was like, nah, I just don't feel like it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's pack this stuff up because the house is looking a mess. And she was just like, nah, she was watching some type of Love and Hip Hop or something.
Okay.
On TV. No, actually it was that Huntsville show.
Oh, okay. The marriage Huntsville situation.
Marriage Huntsville. I'm in my feelings, like the way she just treated me, and I was like, look, Melanie was actually a scene with Melanie on there, and at the time we was under the same umbrella when it comes to a brand management. And Melanie had showed love like through the DMs when I was going through cancer and stuff. So I was just like, well, Melanie showed me more love than you. Like, all she did was she was just talking about the cancer thing, keep your head up, praying for you, stuff like that. And she took it as something else. So she went through my phone when I'm in the bathroom brushing my teeth at this time. She go through the phone and she's going to look for messages. And at the time I go to the mall every week to take a B12 shot ever since my stomach cancer situation. Just got my stomach completely removed at this time. I'm 155 pounds. Can't even lift 10 pounds. Doctor's orders. So she go through the phone. It's a girl that seen me in the mall. I was live in the mall. I don't know if you follow my content, but I go live everywhere I'm at. You know, they pay us, so I get paid to go live. So I'm live in the mall, and the girl was like, hey, I want to do skits with you. I was like, cool, just hit me up on Instagram. So she sent a message on Instagram. I didn't see it. I'm flooded with messages. I go back to the mall the next day, and the girl is walking in the mall, and she recognizes me. I didn't know who she was still, but she was like, hey, I reached out to you. You told me to DM you about the skit. I was like, okay, cool, what's your name? So I pulled it up, and when I pulled it up, I said, okay, I got you. So she seen the messages from there. When she seen, okay, I got you, it was something about saying at the mall that day. So you meeting chicks at the mall? This why you going to the mall every day? And I was like, nah, I'm just doing a skit. Read it. She responded back to the girl for me and said, I'm married. Don't reach out to me no more.
Okay.
So the girl was like, you just told me to contact you about the skit. So at this time, I said, look, give me my phone. I just want to go. I know how these situations get because I've been through it with her like 4 times already. So I'm like, give me my phones. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to get my MacBooks, all of this, and leave. Her dad is in the basement the whole time when all this is going on.
What?
He's at the house.
Okay. So he lived with you guys, or he just...
He just comes there a lot. He didn't live there, but he was always at our crib. So.
Right.
But he's in the basement the whole time. So once she started getting spicy about the phone, grabbing on me, pushing me to the couch. I'm 155 pounds. Like, if this was a boxing match that day, she probably would beat me.
What got you? Yeah.
Like, I can't even lift 10 pounds. So, all right, she's grabbing on my clothes, pulling my phone and all that, throw me to the couch. She ended up kicking me and busted my lip. And I'm like, look, leave me alone. I take my phone, and I finally get both of my phones. So then she go and get my MacBook. The first Mac, I grab the Mac. Then she go and get pepper spray. Like. So I picked up a pillow to block my face from the pepper spray. So she's spraying it. You know, it's choking me up a little bit. It didn't, no direct line hit me. But I'm coughing. I ain't even got a stomach. You know what I'm saying? Just had my whole stomach took out. So I'm over. I took the pillow, knocked the pepper spray out of her hand. So then she ran to the closet, got my other MacBook, threw it against the wall. Then she jumped to the floor trying to kick me in my stomach. Thank God that plastic tote that weighs nothing, it don't even weigh a pound, was laying right there. Empty tote. I picked the empty tote up, put it over the top of her like this right here to calm her down from kicking me. And I said, calm down, calm down, calm down. I moved the tote. Then I put the tote back again, like calm down, because she was still trying to kick. When I moved this time, she jumped up, jumped on the bed, grabbed the phone, and called 911. So the 911 call that y'all saw, that's what that was.
Okay, so that's what happened prior to that 911 call.
Yeah.
Whew, okay, so this sounds very traumatic. This relationship sounds extremely, I don't even know what the word is that I'm looking for right now. Because these incidents happened often throughout the relationship?
Only when I went to work. Like, if I did skits with other females.
Okay.
When I come, she know I'm doing skits, but when I come home and I post the skits, it end up being an issue. She start arguing with me, talking about, like, it's one scene, a girl just touched my leg, and she was like, why she touching on your leg like that? I'm like, it's a skit. Yo, what you doing? Like, and every time it turned into her calling the police, and then she would lie and say I put my hands on her. And that's why I said I don't have no domestic charges, never have my entire life, and that's why I don't, because I don't put my hands on women. I never would. I'm so much of a real man, like, even hitting me, I'm not going to hit you back. Yeah.
So was that happening when before you guys got married? Did any of that, so you didn't see any signs there? Nah,
that didn't happen. It's like, that's what's crazy too. In the first 6 months, it was like she supported everything. I mean, she knew coming into it, I'm an entertainer. I had millions of followers. My content showed that, I actually kissed a girl in one of those skits before I met her. So she even seen that type of stuff. So, I mean, she was cool all the way up till, I'm going to say about a year in is when everything just really started going.
What do you think was the trigger or the switch that changed everything?
Ownership, I would say.
Okay. She felt like she owned you, or?
Yeah. Wanting to control. She just wanted to control it. She didn't want me to work with nobody else. And it could be because when I put her in position and we started doing skits together, she might have, I think she wanted to just keep it just us. Okay. And like, whatever I was doing before that, like, nah, I want to just do this. And that's kind of what I would say in that. Okay.
Whew. So now that you guys are separated, well, what was the straw that broke the camel's back? What was it that really got you guys separated and got divorced?
For me, I mean, I'm a spiritual guy, so I would always ask for signs throughout the marriage. And I just started thinking about every time I asked for a sign, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I asked for a sign, police got called.
Okay.
Second time I asked for a sign, police got called. Third time, police got called. Fourth time, police
I mean,
got
how
called.
many times can the police get called in a relationship before you actually give the relationship up? 'Cause I feel like now this is dating. Marriage is completely
Marriage
different,
is
guys.
different.
So don't get me.
Marriage is
But
different.
dating, once you call the police, we can't go back.
I
Like,
totally agree.
You can't go back.
I totally agree. But
So
like,
for you went four police calls?
I did.
Okay.
Like I said, I'd be lying if I said I did not love her and
Okay.
love my kids. Like I bonded with them.
Yeah.
And before I even got married, I represent real father game.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. So I had 2 boys, 2 sons. I'm teaching them. I'm raising them right from wrong. So it was a lot there. And then just not knowing.
Yeah.
Just not knowing. Like my mother passed when I was 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this, it's a lot of men out here who go through toxic relationships like that based off trust and stuff like that. And we don't really know how to identify that we can be abused too.
Mm-hmm.
And like my therapist told me, like, close your eyes and imagine everything that she's doing to you, you actually doing that to her. And it hit me and it was like, damn. I ain't even look at it like, as men, we don't look at it like that because we stronger, we bigger, we're taught not to say anything. And then it's not even a safe place for us. Like, we can go out here and say certain things and nobody's going to listen. They're going to laugh like, oh, so she beating your big ass. Like,
Yeah.
nobody's want to
Nobody takes it seriously.
But, to go through this and everything that's happened, the backlash that I'm receiving from people thinking that I was abusing her, I wouldn't wish this on no kid, no boy at all. And we gotta fix this problem. This is a serious problem because when you make these type of accusations, I got 2 beautiful daughters who look up to me, and I'm who I am. I'm a great person, and I want to remain there. I don't want my daughters to look at me and think that I could ever be that type of person.
Right.
So these type of accusations, it can destroy a man for the rest of his life, his children. My stepkids, they know what type of person, they seen who I am. So it's like, for them to be able to see that type of stuff, they never ever seen me or her ever. They never seen her physically abuse me neither. They've never seen me put my hands on her. So when they hear this type of stuff, it's like, dang, is that really what was going on?
Yeah. So where were they during this, just during the marriage when things would happen?
School.
Okay.
Or sleep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't loud enough to wake them up. So, and we in our room, door closed and door locked for a reason. So I don't want the kids to walk in on an argument. I don't even want them to ever hear us arguing because when kids even see that, that's how they're gonna act when they get older. They're gonna think this is how we supposed to. And I always wanted to keep them far from any type of arguments. Calm down. And this is just me talking. This is me giving her dialogue. And if you watch social media, you see how she handles it, even with commenters. These are people she don't even know. And they on the internet like, yo, well, you shouldn't do this. And then she'll cuss them out and block them. And they ain't doing nothing but giving real advice, like motherly advice. These are women that's older, and they just giving her motherly advice. So, and it's the same way it was in the household. I'm giving her fatherly advice at the same time as a husband. It's like, look, you shouldn't do that. Like, what you're doing is wrong.
Right.
So
let's get into the backlash that you've received because, now that she's taken to social media and everything has gone public, people have comments about just you guys' relationship and who you are as a person. So how has it hindered just your progress as a content creator, person, father, black man?
I mean, it's very hurtful, and it's destroyed a lot of opportunities. I built my brand being exactly like I said, who I am. I'm just a good person. So to be being called an abuser, all of a sudden I'm a deadbeat dad. Once all of this happens, she goes public and calls me a deadbeat. And I took care of her kids and my own kids as well. She even made videos in the marriage, going back and forth with dude, and I didn't even know that until after this happened. Like, well, he takes care of my kids and his own kids. He don't live with her, and he still pays the bills and stuff for his baby mama. She just analyzing that. She was still attacking him, and it was like, I'm just like, when I finally did say it, I'm like, why would you even do that? I take care of the kids here at the house. There's no reason to ever get on social media and do that.
Yeah.
If you got a problem, just say it to him directly. But we good. I'm taking care of all this. It ain't no reason to do that. But it did save me, at the end of the day. So I felt like everything she did, it came back to the light People know I'm a real father. I always have been. I fought a custody battle actually for my first child, and she was in court with me. Won that custody battle, but my daughter was 9 years old at the time, and I guess I got structure in my home. Like, you can't be on the phone at certain times. Like, you were still in school, but she wanted to live with her mom, and she cried every day about it. And I'm the type of person that I feel like a little girl should be raised by her mother. Yeah. So I wanted to give her mother the opportunity. She wanted her back with her and all of that too. And we had an understanding.
Okay.
So she went back with her mom.
Okay. So have you been able to grow from just the situation in terms of, not still just re-looking or rethinking of the past, but just grow and be able to move forward?
Most definitely. I can definitely move forward. It's been an obstacle because when I'm working, anything I do, she's still talking about me. She's still, if I'm working with people, I was working with a lady, her name is Lita Love. She's a dope actress. She's in films and everything. We're doing content, just creating skits. So everything in the relationship that she felt like I was doing when I worked with other females, she still was delivering that same message to the public when we're separated. We're not even together. She went live and said that me and that girl, she was like, you messing with a married man, this and that. And me and her, it's all professional, strictly professional. I've always been that way throughout my whole career. Even before meeting her, like, I don't cross no boundaries or lines whenever I work with people.
Right.
So it's definitely still a problem now. Like, no matter what I do, she's still lashing out on the internet saying things about me.
Well, I follow her now, and I see that she kind of has a new actor boo that she's been kicking it with. Yep. Has she recently said any comments? I haven't seen any, but have... Okay, what are some of the comments that have come from her way?
I mean, she was in a relationship with him when she lied and said that I was sleeping with the actress that I was working with.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that's going on right now, she's still going to blogs talking about me. She talks about me on live streams. And like I said, I don't watch what she do, but it's so big now that the bloggers, they see everything and they report it every day. So now I just go to the blogs now, like, all right, let me see what's going on, man. What somebody done said about me this time. So, like, even with her new dude, you know what I'm saying? She's in New York going to an event for him, and she shows up late to the event for him because she was on live for an hour talking about me. So it's like, I just don't understand it. Like, I just feel like, move on, don't talk about me. I'm not going to talk about you. I've been doing this for too long. Like, I've been in the entertainment business well before I ever met her. So my content does not have to be about her at all. I'm doing this interview because I feel like I have to. You understand? And I feel like I owe this to every man that's ever went through this, and any kid, any boy that's going to go through the same thing. I don't approve of abuse, no way, fashion, form, with nobody, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this is something we got to fix, and especially for the children. It's all about the kids. Right. So even in these situations, being vocal on these public platforms is not good because now you're hurting your kids forever. My oldest daughter, she's in high school. She has to go to school, and kids have to talking about her dad. Yeah. I've never did none of these things. So your dad is an abuser, or you need to be showing your dad love if she chooses to move a certain way because of what's going on. And kids go through so much, so it's like it's deeper than any situation that I could ever go through. Or the mother can go through. The kids got to hear this stuff, and it tarnishes everything about the kids.
So at what point do you feel like you are going to just be the person that never discusses what happened between you guys or never mentions her name again?
You said at what point?
Yeah. Like, when do you feel like that's going to be... because at this point, like, you can keep talking about it, she can keep talking about it, she can keep talking about it, but if you never mention it, then does that help to take the air out of the balloon? Because now it's just like, girl, he's not even saying anything, so you to keep talking about it actually makes you look worse.
And that was my approach for, like, the past, I'm going to say at least 5 months. She's been going on these rants. I just been working. I wasn't saying anything. And it's a thing that just happened, the revenge porn thing. I don't know if you heard about that.
Was that the one where she wanted to expose? Yeah, yes, I saw that.
She took a naked picture of me 2 years ago, me getting out the shower. I wasn't even aware of this picture until it came out, until people started sending it to me. So even after the revenge porn thing, everything that she's doing, it bothers my job. Right. Like, I'm going on here to do my job, and I got to see all these millions of people coming into the comments saying things about me, and it's like that be the hardest part, trying to work and maneuver through that. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let me ignore this, and I do a real good job of it. And being an entertainer, I'm gonna turn it into comedy or something. Like, you know, I'm about to open up a shrimp restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, you know, you gotta make lemons out of it, whatever comes that way. So, I did a PSD ad, you know, boxers or whatever, the briefs, and when I posted that, it excited some other stuff. That's when the picture actually came out.
Okay.
So it's like she had already went live and said, oh, he has a shrimp, this and that. And this was because I came out with a book called How to Consistently Be Great in Bed.
Okay.
So it's like,
okay,
it's like
y'all tune in.
whatever I come out with, she's going to come up with a play to try to destroy whatever that is. Like she publicly said that, you know, I have my biggest record that's moving, Drop It Low. Everybody was trending, everybody dancing to it on TikTok. She goes on there and says, drop it low, ain't hitting on nothing, ain't never gonna be nothing, your music is trash.
Oh, okay.
Like, to a person you was married to for 6 years.
Well, don't mean that your music can't be trash after we get a divorce.
but it was the best music out when we was married.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she's danced to it thousands of times.
Right.
And I'm still over here like support whatever she put out. Support her self-love book. This is what I've been doing the whole time. Like it's just this thing. I'm going to go back to this narcissist thing.
Okay.
People got to do more research on what a narcissist is. Narcissists actually try to destroy people, not build them up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've been doing from day one. Anybody that know LaTruth builds people up. I ain't tearing nothing down. And even when somebody try to tear me down, like, that's just me. It's like, I wish you nothing but the best. Just leave me alone. You ain't gotta, like, I ain't got no beef with nobody, man. Like, it's enough money for everybody to eat out here. I'm not in competition. I'm in competition with myself. That's it.
So, moving forward now, LaTruth, I know you have music going on, you're acting, you're just doing so many things. When are we gonna leave the past and let the past be bygones?
I left the past. That's what I'm saying. It's like the past keeps coming back to me, and I'm just trying to shield it and block it off. Like, and I try to use it as a motivational thing and a teaching aspect. So anything I go through, I'm gonna try to help people through it. Just like when I went through my cancer battle, I spoke about it. I showed people how to juice fruits and vegetables. I'm going through this situation right now, being accused of abuse. So I'm trying to teach people what not to do. She did recordings of me, like, cuss me out, said the worst things to me, get me to cuss her back out, and then she posted that. So this is me telling y'all, if anybody is antagonizing you, cussing you out, fellas, listen, we are men. No matter what the woman is saying to you, do not respond back in an angry way. Don't cuss her back out. Don't do nothing of that. Just leave, man. And to make it a safe way for you to leave, everybody likes ice cream and cookies and stuff like that. You dig? I'm going to go get her some ice cream and cookies. If that's what you got to do to get out of the house, do that. Do not argue back because we sound crazy. Listen, when I heard me on them audios cussing, I felt bad.
You cringed about yourself?
I was upset because that's not how
that's not
even how I talk.
Of course. But I think that people can bring out bad characters in you sometimes that we didn't know existed.
Yes.
So I understand that. Have you and her had any face-to-face contact or been able to talk via phone? Nothing?
I've cut the communication. I don't want to. It's dangerous.
Okay.
Like, it's certain type of things you can't say about people and expect them to still come around you. Certain lies is like, it's very dangerous. I seen a live stream she did a couple days ago showing somebody a phone and she was still talking trash about me. And then she said I put a hit out on her. And I'm like, you do realize you can go to jail for these type of lies. Like, and you don't go on live and tell somebody that somebody put a hit out on you. You go to the police. People, if someone ever puts a hit on you, go to the straight to the police.
You're supposed to. That's your protection.
FBI. Go somewhere, not social media. Social media can't do nothing about that. Show the proof to the proper authorities. And if someone does go social media and do that, man, y'all have to understand that that's a lie. It's like we got to be able to understand what's the truth and what's lies. So I want to educate people in all of these things, man. If somebody's making threats on you like that, go to the police. Go to the proper authorities.
What do you think is her obsession with you?
I'm a great guy. That's all I can really say. I'm a great guy. I'm a nurturer. I'm a Gemini. I'm an empath. if I'm with you, I believe in you, and I'm trying to, even if you don't believe in yourself, I'm trying to put something into you so you can believe in yourself and give you an avenue. Like, that's just me. And I'm just being an empath. I'm like that with a lot of people. I help so many people. And I get off by seeing somebody else do something great, me helping somebody. I don't need nothing back from you. I ain't that type of person.
Okay. What are some last words that you want to leave the people with about this situation? Just wrapping it up in one.
Your kids is always the most important. Kids don't ask to be here. So if you got a kid with somebody else, I understand emotions are high. And that can be from both parties, because it is some men who are emotional and they act a certain way in situations. We know it's both ways. So always think about the child and self-control. You got to, if y'all have watched me from the past, ever since all of this happened, call me Mr. Self-Control after this. You understand? Like, most people, when they go through these situations, you know the outcome. And I watch things and I analyze everything. So it's like, when I see things that's deliberately done and I know what it's intended for, I'm trying, like, I could tell things was done to me that was to make me react a certain way. And it was like, nah, you ain't better than me. You can't win. Ain't nobody about to win. Don't let nobody win with you. Your emotions is your emotions. You the one got control over them. Right. That's my take on it, man. Just don't let nobody take you out of your character. You know who you are. And if they going to cause you to get out of character, they not for you. Get away from them. Straight like that. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Okay, LaTruth. So we're going to wrap this part of our segment up, and then we're going to talk about what you've got going on, what you've got coming up in terms of music, comedy, if you're doing something, and acting, all right? Okay, singing and rapping. So your forte is mostly R&B, though?
Nah, my forte is more rap. Like, I got over 300 songs I recorded. I probably have 5 R&B songs.
What?
Yeah, so
because the last songs I just listened to were both R&B.
Because now it's like I'm a little older.
Okay.
And I should have listened to my OGs when I was young. I'll be honest. If I would have did R&B starting out, R. Kelly probably wouldn't have had a crown for King of R&B. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, I just feel like if I would have put all my time and my talents and abilities into writing R&B music and putting it out, I would have been an even better artist. Because my dad is a singer too. He sang in churches, and that's what I never heard him rap. I heard him sing. So, like.
But do you feel like being a rapper does make you a better R&B writer? I would say.
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like R&B is here to tell a story, even though R&B is very different now. Like, I don't think that the way that R. Kelly is writing music is not the way that we're hearing it now.
Right.
So that would be very different. But, now the king of R&B is Jacquees.
Who?
Jacquees.
The king of R&B is LaTruth. I just dropped I Hate You More, Drop It Low. And I would challenge Jacquees any day on a songwriting competition.
Wow, you heard that, Jacquees? We're gonna have him in the studio, so now I gotta tell him.
He can remake a lot of songs.
Oh yeah, he's very good with cover music.
He's the GOAT. That's the king of R&B remakes. That's what I call him.
King of R&B
remakes. Cover. There we go. Cover.
He's the GOAT of.
He's the cover R&B king.
Okay. King of R&B covers. Yeah, I like it.
He be killing them covers.
No, he do. He's really good at it.
Jacquees, cover that Drop It Low, man. I'd like to hear that, bro.
Okay, let's get into the Drop It Low music video. Yeah. So you said that you made the song when you were in a relationship.
Yes.
The music video came after.
Yes.
Because they were not going to... Your concept, I guess, of the music video is not going to be able to be done in your relationship.
Yeah, in a marriage, it wouldn't have worked. Because,
okay.
A lot of things already happened. When I just did skits with females... It was not even like the Drop It Low video. Y'all got to see some booty shaking.
Definitely some ass shaking
feels. In there. Man, I don't know what would have happened if I would have shot that type of video while I was married.
So what would have been the other concept besides the booty shaking, feels, lingerie, stripper look?
I don't know, because just that whole feel. It could, I mean, I guess it still could have been like, maybe not stripper, but just kind of still some seductive type thing. It could have been full lingerie type stuff or bedroom clothes. You know how y'all had like the top, like the silk top, silk bottom.
Okay, like a little silk
boy shorts
situation.
Yeah, it could have been that. And she actually would have been the lead in that. Because my idea of the song was for couples. Drop It Low for me was for couples. It's like you can spice it up in your relationship. You ain't got to be boring. So my idea was her. I'm singing it to her. She called some friends over. Hey, it's COVID going on right now.
Yes.
We can't go to no clubs. My man going through it. He can't perform right now. We want to lift his spirits, come through. So pool setting, something like that. It could have been like a pool type
Something
setting.
cutesy with the 1, 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that was really my original idea. And I was going to be singing to her, but then she would have other girls coming out to do it too. So, I mean, I just felt like it would have been a fire thing.
So do you feel like as artists you guys do get enticed by women in your videos though? Like I feel like it's really hard. As a man you have to exercise a lot of self-control.
Yeah, for a person who's new to it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you've been in the game for so long, you've been around so many different women. That's not a struggle as bad for somebody who just started out. Like I've been doing this for a long time, so before I even got in a relationship, I knew I was tired of that lifestyle.
Right.
Like I could do that any day of the week. So it just depends on who you are and what your self-control level is.
Okay. I just needed to know that for future dating aspects.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So now you have the song "I Hate You More."
Yes.
That one has a skit at the beginning that is a reenactment of what happened.
It's PG-13.
Of what kind of went down.
Yeah, what went down was a lot longer than that. All you got to see there was just the phone situation, the arguing. So, which a lot of relationships, that happens. People want to go through phones and, give me my phone. Both people do it. You got men that try to go through phones and then a woman say, give my phone. It's the same thing both ways. So that's just basically what that is. That's a worldwide situation. We all know relationships end over cell phones all the time.
All the time. Do not check the cell phone. I feel like if you're going to check the cell phone, then just be prepared to find what you're looking for.
Be prepared to find something that you're not going to like.
Of course.
And it's something that you're going to analyze and take it to a whole nother level. And you just know how people are. Like if it's the opposite sex and you see a text.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it's going to be a hex. I'm rhyming right now.
So how do you solve the problem with the phone searching situation? Like, do you leave your phone unlocked? Is it better to do that? Like, what is the solution?
I don't have one.
Okay.
Because I tried, in my marriage, my phone she had my code. And she told me she went through my phone every night.
Okay.
So she knew 100% that I wasn't cheating.
Okay.
I'd be like, well, why are you tripping? Well, I know you hadn't cheated on me. So I don't have a solution for that. So if someone can have access to your phone, go through it every day, and it's still a problem, ain't no answers from me. Don't ask me. I don't know.
I just feel like I'm not checking phones. I can't do the phone check thing.
I'm the same
I just can't do it. At that point, we've gone too far as a relationship. You know what I mean? All right, so the I Hate You More video that has that skit at the beginning, but the song was not written in reference to that past relationship. What was the song written for?
The song was just like a love and hate relationship, man. We all go through those moments where, I love you, you know what I'm saying? You love bombing each other, then you go through difficulties. Oh, I hate you, but you still really love the person. So when I say I hate you more, sometimes that means we still love each other. There might be a little bit of arguments going on, a little toxicity or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's all.
When you tell somebody you hate them, you really do love them, though. That's the verge.
I hate you. Then next thing you know, you're getting physical in a sex scene. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. So I felt like a lot of people could relate to that song. But it feels like, if people who watched the situation and us separating all that, people think that the song was directed to her. Just like the bar, showing off your new nigga brings pain to me. Anybody who's in a relationship, if once you move on, it may cause that. So that song was made for y'all. Y'all, I know y'all be getting upset when y'all see y'all ex move on. You feel me? It depends on how y'all relationship ended. I'm not that type of person.
Yes.
If I break up with you, or if I'm in a marriage and I file for a divorce, I'm one of them people. I'm a realist. If I say I don't want you no more, I'm going my own way. I expect you to move on. I expect you to get with somebody else. So I'm not going to be mad that you with somebody else.
Okay.
So that's just me. I can't speak for everybody else. I see some people go through that type of stuff.
Now, what if that person doesn't want to move on, though?
That's where I don't know. I feel like I'm dealing with that right now. But you have to this is just me personally. Okay. No matter what relationship I'm in, we love each other. It is what it is. If a woman comes to me and says, look, this ain't working out, it don't matter how much I love her. I'm just going to keep it 100 with you. I love you so much that if you don't want to be with me and I know that's you're miserable being with me.
Right.
I love you enough to let you go. Because that's not love if I keep you in a relationship with me and you don't want to be with me. And I see that there's too many people out here doing that. Like, once a person say they don't want to be with you no more, let them go, man. If you love them, you got to let them go, because that's going to be toxicity all day long. You forcing somebody to be with you. Like, nah, don't do that. You love them. Want them to be happy. If they can't be happy with you, let them be happy with somebody else. That's my theory. And I say this to people before, and they be like, man, I just can't do it. I love them too much. Nah.
Yeah, you gotta let them go. I mean, you know, I'll add that to my notebook. I feel like I've been in a situation where somebody has told me to let them go, but then they ain't let me go. So now it's a problem. So I'm like, but you want me to let you go, but you're not letting me go to let you go. So now we in a circle.
So what you mean by they ain't letting you go, though?
Well, you know, we were already in a situationship that didn't work, and they wanted to tell me that he was not a good man. And he was like trying to tell me that he wasn't a good man, and like I didn't deserve that. And I was like, okay, cool. But it was some sort of chemistry and gravitational pull that always brought him back to me, even though I would, of course, let him be free. So at that point, it's like, what do you do? Because it's like, I do want you to be back with me, but like you told me that you shouldn't be here. You told me you shouldn't be here. I
mean, he's just letting you know that he don't want to hurt you. Like, you too good for him is what he's saying.
I know it. I know it.
You know, I guess he still want to do some other things.
Oh no, he definitely did some other things and ended up with some other things. So we're gonna keep it moving though on that one. All right, so being an artist now, you have been in your R&B bag, as you said, and you're a rapper. What's going on outside of music? Are we gonna expect you to pop up in any movies?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes. I was in the Millennium, that movie.
Okay.
I was heavier in that, so but I got to knock somebody out. So you know, it ain't a long. You know, I wasn't in there a long time, but it mattered. You know what I'm saying?
It does. You get your residuals.
Right.
From
I had a speaking scene, and,
okay.
I knocked somebody out. So.
Okay.
But the Millennium, it's on Amazon. I have new films coming real soon as well, and I'm also working on my own projects. You know, I'm about to Tyler Perry this thing. So
Tyler Perry, all right. So you did say you're gonna do an R&B album.
Yes, R&B album.
Now tell me what the difference between your R&B album is compared to what we're hearing now, mainstream R&B.
I want to give y'all some. We already identified what real R&B is, so I want to bring that real R&B feel back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The R. Kellys, the Silks, the Drew Hills, the Tyrese. Like, I want to bring some of that in it. Life Jennings. I want to bring those things back into it. So.
Wow, I haven't heard of Life Jennings name drop in a while.
Life Jennings is dope, man.
Yeah, no, love a good Life Jennings. Haven't heard that name just drop in like a list of R&B.
Rolling in my Tudor Monte Carlo, looking for somebody I can borrow. $5 or $10 till tomorrow. I'm doing bad job. Let me get $5.
I'm a little shortchanged right now. No,
cash
I love
out,
it.
you know,
I'll cash out you sell. It's no problem.
I'm going through some things. Cash out, you know what I mean?
I can't tell. You look clean. You're doing your thing.
I appreciate it.
All right, so we've got this R&B album coming up. Are we expecting features? Anything like that? Or are you going to do like a clean, just you?
I do want to do some features. So like, to the dope artists out there that you have heard my music and you want to work with LaTruth, hit me up, man. I definitely want some more features, though.
Good. Yeah.
You know, right now I've been doing it on my own. I got some writers and some engineers that's doing producers. Yes. Shout out to Milo Maestro. Milo wrote it.
Okay.
Incredible. Okay. Incredible talent. So I'm doing a lot of work with him right now. So shout out to all them people doing their thing. T-Rail, all of them. It's a lot of them out there.
Yes, there's a lot of music in Atlanta. Yeah. There's a lot of music in Atlanta. All right, so I heard you say you're also a comedian. Yeah. You have to give me a joke now, because you said you're a comedian. I want to hear something funny. You know, showed off the vocals.
Oh, man, don't do me like that.
You showed off the vocals. We saw the skits. Stand up.
You're going to put me on the spot.
I'm going to put you on the spot, because this is where talent is brought out.
This is crazy. Dang, man, I got a brain freeze now, man.
No,
nobody's ever
you don't even got a yo mama joke. Like, yo mama is so fat when she wore a yellow dress, she was as big as the sun or something. Okay, you don't do mama jokes.
Yeah, mama jokes.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, that's insensitive of me. All right, let me see. What's the funny ones that they have? You so broke joke? Something. Give me something.
Damn, you so dumb.
You got to come up with it on the spot.
Oh my God, man! I don't know if I'm ready yet, man.
What? First, so we have Shawty the comedian every morning, and he finds a way to make fun of me every morning off the top of his head. So you can find something.
Man, I can't think of nothing. You beautiful. It's kind of
What?
hard to come up
No,
with
that's the funny part. They said apparently if you can make fun of people that are attractive, that really makes you funny. Because you can make somebody that's ugly, like, that's easy. You know what I mean? Like, you could find something. Nothing. All right, LaTruth. It's okay. We gonna let you live on that one. We got you next time, though, for sure.
I'm still trying. I'm gonna think of something while we go. Let me come back to it. Let me think of something.
Come back. All right. So we're moving along. You've got a lot of identities. So comedian, artist, actor. What else can we add to your resume? Author.
Motivational speaker.
Okay. Let's actually talk about the author, because you said you wrote a book.
Yeah.
How to be good in bed or something.
How to consistently be great in bed.
All right, so give me top 3 things on how to consistently be good in bed.
Top 3 things, man.
For men, and then we'll do for women.
First of all, it's not all physical aspect, so mentally be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know that foreplay is amazing too.
That's true.
And you just got to know positioning and everything. See, a lot of people think size is what's the thing that matter. It ain't got nothing to do with the size. It's how you position it. You feel me? So when y'all get that book, it's for the ladies and for the women as well, because a lot of women are not getting their orgasms, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, homie. Sometimes it's their mental too. They got to get their mental straight.
For sure.
Know, if they think you out here giving that penis to another woman, in their mind they thinking about that too. So everything plays a part when it comes to orgasms and stuff like that.
Yes, because sex is more than just physical.
It definitely
is. I think people forget that sex is a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful tool.
Yes.
And like when you start to manipulate it and I guess the term is like use it the wrong way, it can really affect you. Yes. Facts. Okay, so that book is out where?
Amazon. It's going to be in other places soon, but right now it's on Amazon. So how many orgasms would you say that you've accomplished in your entire life?
Accomplished? I've been blessed to say that all the men that I've been with have done their job.
So you got an orgasm with everyone?
If I needed to get one, yes. Like
I don't want to hear no if
well,
I needed
sometimes
to.
you have some men that you're not, like, if I'm not super involved, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger and I may have messed around with the guy for like a couple months or something. Well, no, I would still get it then too. I can't, to be honest, I can't think of a time that I've never just,
See, my goal in it when I go into sex is for the woman to get her orgasm.
Okay.
I don't even want my orgasm until you get yours. That's just how I am.
I think that, you know what, I'll find that to be a little bit of an older male trait. Like, I think like 30 plus. Like a 28, 29, he kind of starts getting into that, especially if, you guys are doing it all the time. But I feel like that's definitely an older, like, guy.
I was like that even in my, like, younger ages, too.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to make sure she got hers, because, like...
Okay. So you are a pleaser, is what you would say. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that defining that part, too, if you are a pleaser or not, is important. All right, so we can get that on Amazon. Love that. What else do you have coming up?
You.
Yeah. See, that's how we have to wrap this.
See, I told y'all I can do comedy. You see what I'm saying? Hey, she laughed. You see what I'm talking about?
That does not count as comedy. That's flatter. That's flatterism, if that's a word.
Flatterism.
That's flatterism. LaTruth, thank you for chopping it up with me. I appreciate you being open and honest. I'm excited I will take a peep at your book. I will take a peep at your book.
I need you to order that book, man. It's gonna
change my life.
Yeah, I need you to have an orgasm every time. And be consistent with these orgasms. That's what I'm saying. Because some people can get it off.
But see, I'm saying, like, I haven't complained, so that's how I know, like, I'm okay. Like, I don't feel like there's been a problem. That's what I was saying. You get the book,
you might just orgasm just walking outside thinking about some shit.
Oh, goodness, y'all. It's your girl, Bobby Banks. You guys can check out this interview on all of our platforms with Streets 945. LaTruth, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me on all platforms. Just search LaTruth. Robert Hampton also on Facebook, verified. That's like my biggest platform.
Government on Facebook.
Government. Hey, government is. I'm an author.
Oh yeah.
So when
but you could use a pen. Is that a pen name? Where you use a disguised name when you're an author?
I didn't. I actually used
your
Robert Hampton.
government.
Just like most R&B singers. If I came in the game as an R&B singer, I wouldn't be LaTruth. I'd be Robert Hampton.
I mean, that sounds like an R&B.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Sure.
and I might even do that. I might actually put some music up under Robert Hampton as well.
Okay.
So.
Love it. All right, you guys, you can follow me at THEE, the Bonnie Banks. We're out.